Scout is grateful for such an offer, but he does not know what he would use such a thing for, Scout said, looking rather perplexed. Scout has seen you use such a thing, and is amazed what you can do with it. But why would you give such a thing to Scout, and not to Leader or Supply? They may be able to use it better than Scout ever could, and would find it easier to understand. All of these new things leave Scout feeling very confused. If my judgment is correct, Gala started in an attempt to reassure Scout, you will find this more useful than anyone else, and I also think you will be able to grasp it quicker than you believe possible. As for the others, it is possible that one of them has already been accessing information from the Mayflower and wouldn't need this. I think I need someone around here who I can talk to about some of the things that may come up during my time on Hope. Very well, Scout said cautiously, not seeming really convinced by Gala's words. I will take this thing you offer and do my best to use it, but I still don't think it's the wisest thing to do. It was starting to get dark when Gala and Scout approached Calypso. Gala pondered whether or not to set up the tent. Almost as reading his mind, Scout offered to attempt to put up the tent, whilst Gala finished off whatever tests he needed to do with the sample from the soil moss tuber. Gala assumed that Scout's aversion to enclosed spaces of ships would mean that he'd be more comfortable sleeping outside in the tent. Gala, however, was thinking that it would be nice to sleep inside a sealed environment. Although Calypso was rather cramped, being inside felt more like being at home than on the surface of Hope. The tests, though they were relatively quick to run, required equipment that even with the best technology Mars had to offer was far too bulky and fragile to carry about in his backpack. Once he set up the machine and placed a portion of the sample from the soil moss tuber in it, set the machine off from its automated sequence. Gala then collected the spare data link and went outside to show Scout the basis of its operation. Gala found that Scout had set up the tent almost perfectly. With only a couple of minor alterations, the tent was ready to use. Gala then explained to Scout the data link system required power to operate it, and though it had a substantial power charge in it, excessive usage would reduce the power. However, the unit could recharge itself from heat from the surrounding area or from direct sunlight. Simple information entry and retrieval generally didn't use much power, but some of the other functions would use more. The data link would also accept voice input, but it was currently keyed to Gala's voice and might have little difficulty understanding Scout's voice until it became familiar with it. Once the unit was familiar with it, Gala told him to lock his voice pattern into the system so only he would be able to use that item to access and record the information, or if he wanted to send a message back to Gala's home. Do you mean to say that with this device you can talk to other people in the stars? Scout was astonished by such a concept.